Currently, we are doing the chapter-wise summary, and currently we are reflecting on the 17th chapter, Shraddhatrayavibhaga Yoga. Very important chapter because Shraddha is a little subtle aspect to understand. Normally do not ask this question to ourselves that on what all things my faith is there on. So Shraddha is not a very easy thing to understand in day-to-day life, but Bhagwan has given us pointers here to understand what is my Shraddha. And there are three types of Shraddha Bhagwan has mentioned: Sattvic, Rajasic, Tamasic. And from our day-to-day lifestyle, we can figure out what is my Shraddha. And the importance of that we will see when we complete the chanting and do the little summary part of till now, whatever we have completed. So let us prepare ourselves by sitting straight, head, neck, backbone straight. Every day for some time at least I must sit like this to prepare my body. Then we have to prepare our mind. Then we have to prepare our intellect. We will see Bhagwan is going to give tapas on at body level, speech level, mind level. So this tapas Bhagwan is asking us to do at these three levels. So sitting straight, we can consider this as a tapas because for many of us it is not very comfortable for a long time. So we have to sit till that time, till it becomes comfortable and we forget that we are sitting straight, head, neck, body, head, neck, backbone straight. In this position, the energy flow is maximum. If we are sitting on a chair, our legs must not be hanging. It is better to sit cross-leg or take some support to the leg all the time because hanging legs are not good for energy levels. A lot of energy flows down the down line if the legs are hanging in the air. Sometimes the sofa chair is taller than our leg height. Let us take a deep, slow, conscious breath. That conscious word is important because whatever we are aware of, we can manage. Whatever we are not aware of manages us. So we have to become aware of our breath and remember all the time that yavat pavano nivasati dehe tavat pruchati kushalam ge. Till the breath is there residing in our body, people will ask, how are you? When the breath leaves, people will ask, where is the body to be taken? So without breath, it is only a body. So one deep, slow, conscious breath. Let us practice to keep our body still, mind cheerful and happy, intellect clear with faith. That is a chapter we are taking. Intellect has the faith, and the faith must be strong, unshakable, uncompromisable. Let us keep our body still, mind in the present moment, and intellect clear with faith. And let us chant together loudly to invoke God's grace and Guru Parampara's blessings. For this too also we must have faith. The degree of faith what we have on God, Guru, scriptures, that much amount of the energy benefit flows to us. Shraddhavan labhate jnanam. Oh, oh.
ॐ सहना भवतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः गजाननं भूतगणातिसेवितं कवित्तजम्बूफलसारभक्षितम् उमासुतं शोकविनाशकारणं नमामि विघ्नेश्वरपादपङ्कजम् सरस्वती नमस्तुभ्यं वरदे कामरूपिणे विद्यारम्भं करिष्यामि सिद्धिर्भवतु मे सदा अखण्डमण्डलाकारं व्याप्तं येन चराचरं तत्पदं दर्शितं येन तस्मै श्री गुरवे नमः अज्ञानतिमिरान्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मीलितं येन तस्मै श्री गुरवे नमः गुरुर्ब्रह्मा गुरुर्विष्णु गुरुर्देवो महेश्वरः गुरुरेव परं ब्रह्म तस्मै श्री गुरवे नमः सावरं जङ्गमं व्याप्तं यत्किञ्चित् सचराचरं तत्पदं दर्शितं येन तस्मै श्री गुरवे नमः चिन्मयं व्यापि यत्सर्वं त्रैलोक्यं सचराचरं तत्पदं दर्शितं येन तस्मै श्री गुरवे नमः त्वमेव माता च पिता त्वमेव बन्धुश्च सखा त्वमेव विद्या द्रविणं त्वमेव सर्वं मम देवदेव त्वमेव सर्वं मम देवदेव सदाशिवसमारम्भां शङ्कराचार्यमध्यमाम् अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्तां वन्दे गुरुपरम्परां श्रुतिस्मृतिपुराणानाम् आलयं करुणालयं नमामि भगवत्पाद शङ्करं लोकशङ्करं शङ्करं शङ्कराचार्यं केशवं बादरायणं सूत्रभाष्यकृतौ वन्दे भगवन्तौ पुनः पुनः समस्तजनकल्याणे निरतं करुणामयं नमामि चिन्मयं देवं सद्गुरुं ब्रह्मविद्वरम् वसुदेवसुतं देवं कंसचाणूरमर्दनं देवकी परमानन्दं कृष्णं वन्दे जगद्गुरुं कृष्णं वन्दे जगद्गुरुं हरि ओम्
Hari Om. Hari Om. Thank you, Lata Rajshekhar ji. Hari Om to all. So we are doing chapter-wise summary and we are on the 17th chapter, which is subtle chapter, very important chapter, very practical chapter called as Shraddhatrayavibhaga Yoga. So after discussing the Shastra on why is he taking this Shraddhatrayavibhaga Yoga is a question to ask. So very important that all of us are driven by faith. We are not able to recognize what is my faith. When we go to sleep, we have a faith that we will get up in the morning. Faith only is there. When we get in the aeroplane, we have faith that the pilot is not drunk and not taking us to another destination. And now we are seeing this Kumbh and Kashi. People are seeing a lot of videos. I just came yesterday from Kumbh and Kashi. People are going on faith only. Those who do not have faith, they are only seeing the dirt and crowd and traffic jam. So very important, when the why is clear, when I have faith on God, then whatever obstacles come in the way, I don't look at the obstacle. There is no complaint because my goal is just one dip for 1 second. When we went to Kashi, there is 12 hours line queue. People are waiting just for one, not even 15-second darshan because we are pushed. But for that 5 seconds, people are ready to go through all obstacles. Though we have little money more, so we can make our life comfortable. But I have seen people walking for kilometers because the traffic jam is there, sleeping on road, eating hardly anything, with hardly any blankets, and still for that one small dip. So it is called as faith. How much faith we have on the goal. One sentence is very powerful to remember, that when the why is clear in our mind, the how doesn't matter. Why am I doing this? When that why is clear, then I am ready to go through all how. How part is the process. Then I am not bothered about the process or the obstacles come in between. When the goal is clear and when I have the faith on the goal, then the obstacles are not seen, the difficulties are not seen, the limitations are not seen. And as I had mentioned in the WhatsApp, which I think Tusharji forwarded, that Tirtha means overcoming all limitation, crossing over all limitations. So one goes to Tirtha Yatra to cross over which all limitation. Three limitations are there: time, space, object. So I overcome all limitations of the body. Suppose we see how Kedarnath, Badrinath, Yamunotri, not very easy, Kailash Manas Sarovar to walk on feet. Just 50, 100 years back, people used to walk from Haridwar to all these Char Dhams. Long journey. So this chapter is very interesting and very important to understand that faith is the driving force behind all thinking. Very important to note. Our faith drives our thinking. Our thinking drives our feeling. So whatever I feel, emotions, anger, love, etc., these are driven by my own thinking, not by outside people, situation. Those are only stimuli. My thinking drives my feeling, and my feeling drives my actions, and my actions drives my happiness and success and my destiny. So Bhagwan is now instilling that faith in Arjun, because Arjun is going to go through obstacles which we cannot even imagine in the war. And very importantly, we must note, after listening to this chapter also, after understanding this chapter, Arjun only has asked this question in the 17th chapter to Lord Krishna, that Bhagwan, I have faith, but I am not very well in scriptures. I have not read the scriptures. What will happen? So Bhagwan is now, strengthening his faith. And we all know in Mahabharata war that in spite of seeing Lord Krishna's Vishwarupa, understanding who is Lord Krishna and knowing all the Bhagavad Gita knowledge, still on the third day of the war, Arjun was not ready to fight with Bhishma Pitama. And first 10 days, Bhishma Pitama was the Senapati, general of the Kaurava army. And when on the third day again, when Lord saw that he is still hesitating, he is still attached, Lord Krishna got up and took his Sudarshan Chakra and say, I will kill him if you are not ready to kill. And then Arjun told, no, 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 Bhagwan, don't do that, because you have taken an oath that I will not lift the Shastra, I will kill him. I will fight with him. And then Arjun fought with him and killed on the 10th day. Out of 18 days, Because without Bhishma falling, there is no chance of winning. And Bhishma was having a boon that only he can decide his death time, nobody else. So this chapter is, though Bhagwan has made it very, very practical with ahara, tapa, dana, action. Very important because our faith drives everything. So Bhagwan has given us 5 dials. Whom do I worship is the first dial. What do I worship? Power, money, fame? Or do I worship scriptures, God, Guru? Yajante is the first one. Second one is ahara. What do I eat? Last time we saw, we'll again revise today. Then third dial is action. How do I act in day-to-day life? What is my attitude behind action? The fourth, very, very important, tapa. What kind of tapa we are doing? Bhagwan has given us 3 tapas, very, very important. People say, I want to do my chitta shuddhi. Those who are in spirituality, they talk about chitta shuddhi. Bhagwan says, before chitta shuddhi, you should do mind shuddhi, mana shuddhi. Before mind shuddhi, you should do vacha shuddhi. What am I talking? How am I talking? How much I am talking? And before vacha shuddhi, I must do ahara shuddhi. No, no, why should I do all this? Till now, so I've eaten all these things, nothing has happened. No, no, if I want to meditate, if I want to realize God, if I want to meet God, if I want to, if my goal is permanent, unbroken happiness, then all these things are required. Ahara shuddhi, vacha shuddhi, mana shuddhi, and then chitta shuddhi comes. I talk whole day, anything I want, I eat anything, and then say I want chitta shuddhi because I am just doing some kind of dana tapa, dana seva. It is not going to work. We will see today one Gurudev's video also, especially those who are in spiritual organization, serving spiritual organization, very, very important. So we will start the summary of the last time and then go ahead. So what was done last time? Very important. Food summary, sattvic food. What is a sattvic food? Juicy, succulent, that is fibrous, nourishing, pleasing to the heart. My heart condition should remain good after eating. What is the result of sattvic food? Strength, overall strength I get at the body level, overall health, overall happiness, lightness, inner subtlety and longevity. These are all required. And these are all required for whom? Who has a spiritual goal in life. If I want to meditate, if I want to learn Shastra, if I want to, sit and listen and do Shravan, Manan, Nididhyasanam, this kind of food is required. If that is not my goal, then this is not required. Those people who think that, I cannot meditate for a long time, they must focus on ahara. I cannot listen for a long time because here Bhagwan says, Tam Shrunu. Before, in the first verse itself, Bhagwan says that Trivida Bhavati Shraddha Dehinam Sa Swavaja Tam Shrunu in the first verse it says. You listen carefully now. Whenever Bhagwan says listen, then it has to be attentive listening. What is Rajasic type of food? One word to remember in day-to-day life is excessive. Excessiveness. Some people will, whatever comes in there, they will put excess salt, excess sugar, bitter, sour, acidic, saline, because if I eat bitter, sour, acidic, saline, my body will become acidic. If we read Shastra, it says that for meditation, the body must be alkaline. That's the reason when I get up in the morning, when people get up at 3 o'clock, 3:30, first of all, they have water with certain things, go to the washroom, take bath and then meditate. The body, if it is acidic, will not be able to meditate, sit for long time. So all this pungent, spicy, dry, burning, some people will go to, eat that vada pav. Water will come from the eyes, and after every time the water, and then water after 2, 3, gulps, it is very good for taste. But suppose I want to meditate, do Shravan, Manan, Nididhyasanam next day in the morning, this will come in the way. What is tamasic food? What is the result of rajasic food? Dukkha, sorrow while eating, shoka, regret, discomfort after eating, and ill health. No, no, but I've been eating all these things for long. Nothing happened to me. No, no. Suppose my goal is Shravan, Manan, Nididhyasanam, then it is important. Otherwise, I can carry on. Suppose I am not able to sit even for half an hour for studies properly when the mind is getting concentrated on this book in hand, then this is a problem. I am not able to sit for 1 hour where hundreds of thoughts come. People say when I sit for meditation, lot of agitation. Rajasic food is one of the cause. What is tamasic food? Yatayam is the most important word in tamasic, that which is stale, that which is essenceless, tasteless. It has no fibers, it has no juice, it has no pleasing and nourishingness. And what is the result of this? Foul smelling, rotten, refused. So what is the result? Creates impurity, dullness, inertia. So very important point. Those who practice meditation, they will first come with an obstacle which is called as sleep, inertia, dullness. And that is one of the reason caused is the food, the kind of food I eat. The second obstacle which will come in meditation to focus, concentrate and purify my mind will be agitation. Lots of thoughts, number of thoughts. That time only I will remember lot of things from the past, future, imagination, planning, this, that. The result is this, if the rajasic food consumed is more. And suppose I eat sattvic food in that quantity, then the Shravan, Manan, Nididhyasanam happens properly. So what are the Ahara Shuddhi parameters? We saw last time. What is purpose of eating? I must be asking myself, what kind of food I like? Is it giving me health, happiness, 10 peace? What quantity I am eating at what time is also very important. Gurudev says that those who want to meditate early in the morning in Brahma Muhurta, 3:30, 4:30, 5 o'clock, get up and eat. Get up and meditate. They must eat before 8 o'clock. That's the reason some of the religions, they prefer before sunrise so that they can get up at 3 o'clock and meditate. Because if I eat at 6 o'clock, my stomach, kidneys becomes clear at 2:30 at night. I can get up and go to the washroom. And washroom also one of the criteria to know, I must be out of the washroom in 1 minute. Otherwise, some people sit for 1 hour. Half an hour takes lot of time. That means constipated. So these are there in our scriptures. If you read, if you listen to Mahatmas, they will guide us. How they practice meditation. They say food is very important. Morning when I get up, first thing with pressure, if the clearance is happening of tamasic food, the meditation becomes better. If I have not gone to the toilet and sitting for meditation, it will become little tamasic. What is my temperament while eating? What is cook's temperament while cooking? Very, very important for spiritual sadhaks. Building material must be of good quality. There are 3 parts of the food. Sattvic food becomes the mind. Very important to note. This is there in Taittiriya Upanishad. The Rajasic food becomes the muscle fat, and the tamasic food becomes the waste and goes out. So one part of the food becomes the thought. This portion is given in detail. If we read Jnaneshwar Maharaj Jnaneshwari, Jnaneshwar Maharaj has given lot of verses on this, explanation, bhashya on this. He says food is very important for spiritual sadhak. That's the reason brahmachari, vanaprasthi and sannyasi are supposed to eat on bhiksha. That's the reason when we go to Vipassana or many of the centers, they don't take money. They said, you are a bhikshu here. You are not because the moment we give money, we expect. If we don't give any money, then whatever comes. That's the reason there is a parampara that in all our sannyasis, they must actually eat food which is given in bhiksha. Whatever is given, they eat. Not with any likes, dislike, insistence, resistance. Grihasthas earn and have choices, so must be more careful, self-control needed because on just one Swiggy, 2 minutes, I can get whatever I want. We have money, we have power, we can buy anything, so more self-control is required. So Bhagavan has given this thing in detail. So now, very, very important, how to act. From morning to evening, we are acting. The second is yajna. Attitude is important. So we will see what this means. Important word in action is afalakankshi. Any action done without expectation is the best action. And suppose I have expectation, then how do I know whether I am having an expectation or no? People who have expectations, they get tired very easily after doing action. They feel highly frustrated, lot of irritation, anger, frustration when I am doing action, after doing action. Because I have lot of expectation. We will see one Gurudev's video also on this very, very important point to note. This is the key point of Karma Yoga because 17th chapter, now 18th chapter is going to complete. The Bhagavad Gita, Bhagavan is covering all the pointers in 17th, 18th chapter. What is the meaning of yajna? Not only ritualistic action, but yajna yashtavyam, action where cause is more significant, higher. So why am I acting? What is the cause? That must be very important. Is it for yoga or is it for bhoga? What am I causing? What is my cause? Afala Kankshibir, action without insistence, resistance, anxiety about result, about action. But no, I am working in Chinmaya Mission, I am serving, I am doing lot of work in Chinmaya Mission or any other organization. But suppose I feel so much of tiredness, frustration, irritation. Some people give up working and serving. No, but that person is not working like that. That person didn't say thank you, so I give up. But I am actually serving and sacrificing my time, money, energy for expecting some thank you from other person. So Gurudev is going to say that for spiritual sadhak, there is no value out of these actions. No value will be added to our life. Vidhi drushta, action must be in accordance with scriptures. But I don't know scriptures, so we'll just cover up some pointers. What are the different kinds of actions? Yajna, sacrifice, action itself is joy. This is the most beautiful point I personally like. When action itself is joyous, result becomes insignificant. When action itself is completion in itself, we will see what is the importance of this when we are going to listen to Gurudev's video on this. Action itself is joyous. I am not bothered about the result. This is a very, very important point. Joy of work in work itself. So for some people, work is worship. Not that I have to go and worship some god, some temple, somewhere. Work is worship only. What is my work? Bathing is my work. Cooking is my work. Going and buying vegetables is work. Talking to people is work. Watching mobile is work. Watching that if I become that if I make worship, then action itself can liberate us. But not very easy because our unknowingly, subtly, very, very deeper way, my attention is on the result. With every action, individuality dissolves and universality arises. Aham Brahmasmi we can achieve with action itself. So Karma Yoga itself is a path which is complete. If this is followed, that with every action I am worshipping. I am worshipping with my words. I am worshipping with my thoughts. I am worshipping with my actions. Sattvic attitude, Karma Yoga principles. What were the Karma Yoga principles? Before action, Seva Bhav, Buddhi Bhav. That I am getting an opportunity to serve. While doing action, Bhakti Bhav, love, passion, complete involvement. No, not like, some people, when they are acting, they are like Brahman, Nirvikar, Nirvision. No, complete involvement, passion, love, prema. There might be small things here and there emotionally, upsets, but that is where complete involvement is there. While playing the game, I am not saying it is all Maya, I am not bothered about the result. Complete involvement with love and passion. And after action, prasada bhava, buddhi. So seva bhava, bhakti bhava, prasada bhava. Total acceptance without insistence on the results. This is the core of karma yoga. If some people say, what is Bhagavad Gita? Karma Yoga. No, Karma Yoga is one part. And what is Karma Yoga? Before action, while doing action, after action. So, as Guruji again and again reminds, Karma Yoga is not action yoga. Karma Yoga is attitude yoga. What is my attitude behind action? What are the types of action mentioned in the Shastra? Because Bhagavan says, do actions as per the Shastra. So, we'll just cover that. Types of actions or our desires. So first type is Nitya Naimiktik Nishkama. Nitya means daily duties. Naimittik means occasional duties and Nishkama means selfless duties. If I do these three, then the mind will become purified. Then there will be Chitta Shuddhi. Then the mind will quieten. So in meditation, there are three goals: quietening the mind, concentrating the mind, and transcending the mind. Quietening of the mind happens with Karma Yoga, purification. Concentrating of the mind, concentration of the mind happens with Upasana, Santapas. And transcending the mind happens with Jnana Yoga. So in Vedas, there are three sections: Karma Kanda, Upasana Kanda, Jnana Kanda. The purpose is very clear. Kamya and Nishiddha Karma, agitating the mind, binding. Whenever my mind is agitated, frustrated, irritated, angry, I must remember that I am actually involved into some Kamya Karma or Nishiddha Karma. Suppose I think that I am a spiritual person and I am a good person, but still my mind is getting agitated, I am involved into Kamya Karma. Kamya Karma means action done with attachment, action done with a result. Focus on result is more than action. I am not interested in action. Actually, I am interested in the result. I am doing this particular thing, or action becomes effort for this particular person. Action is not a joyous process. Action is an effort. Action is burden. So this is Kamya and Nishiddha Karma. And the third is Prayaschitta Karma. Uplifting the mind from regret, guilt, mistake. Even when we go to Lakshman Jhula, Ram Jhula, Rishikesh, when Sri Ramji completed the war, God has come down. Vishnu ji has taken Ram, Sita, Lakshmi ji has become Sita. They know why they have come on the earth. This is very important to know, and that's the reason we have to read proper Ramayans. Right now, Swami Swatmanand ji is taking Valmiki Ramayana. Every moment, Sri Ramji and Sitaji knew who they are. They are Vishnu and Lakshmi coming here. They are not coming here on the planet for Bhoga. They are coming for Yoga. So after this, if we remember this, then we will know, no, but why Ramji sent Sitaji to Vanvas when she was pregnant? Because not for Bhoga they had come, because people from Swarga actually come to earth for punishment. So they had come from Vaikuntha only, directly. So even Sri Ramji and Lakshmanji and came here and did Prayashchitta at Rishikesh. There are temples there. That maybe in the war, people would have got killed. Though the goal was to kill Ravan, but with Ravan, so many other people also got killed. So they did Prayashchitta. Upasana, concentration of the mind, that is Upasana Karma. So whether I must check from my day-to-day life that what kind of actions I am doing. Nitya is the duties which I am supposed to do. Now, what are the kind of duties that is also mentioned? It's a summary, so we'll just run them quickly. Actions as per station of life, Vedic scheme of life. When I am Brahmacharya ashram 1 to 25 age, learn. If we consider human life as 100 years, Shatayushi, if it is 80 right now, then 20, 20, 20, 20. Grihastha earn, enjoy in dharmic way, do panchayajna and duties when I'm in Grihastha ashram. Vanaprastha, this is most important because many of us are into Vanaprastha, above 50, above 60. I must slowly withdraw from day-to-day activities mentally, solitude, introspect, question, and very, very important for people who are above 50 age, do not give advice unless asked. This is one tapas I must take today. Do not give advice unless advice. The moment my mouth opens, I am thinking that 50 years I have lived, 60 years. Please take my advice. Your life will be benefited. And when I look at our own life, it is not so great. Who will listen to our advice? So one tapas. I will not give any advice to anybody unless they ask me at least once or twice. Minimalistic living and sannyasa, no return, to abidance in total bliss. So suppose I take 100 years of life, then 25 brahmacharya, 25 grihastha. 25 years are given to grihastha to enjoy, but I don't go beyond grihastha only. All the time, either I am a wife, I am a daughter, I am a child, I am a mother, I am a husband, I am a wife. And spiritual sadhana also, I sit with relationship. They say now after 50, 60, start withdrawing mentally. Bhagavan has given in Shastra. So what are the 5 duties a grihasthas must do? Duties are what? Done joyously, find great value in it, perfectly, rightly, timely. That is a duty. Duty must not be a burden and effort. I do not say anytime, no, after this class, at 8:30, 9 o'clock, I am going to go to Mani's restaurant to do my duty of having breakfast. No. That time we don't say I'm doing a duty to go to restaurant and I'm going to go to duty to go to picture. I'm going to do my duty to watch my movie, watch this movie. That time it is not duty. But when it is some other work, some cooking, some job, some business, then I say, no, it is my duty. And the most important duty is for my own body to keep fit, mind cheerful, and intellect clear. Who will do that? So, what are the 5 runas Grihasthas should do? Manushya runa. I must do duty towards personal, family, social, religious, national, official. But I am only doing my duty towards family only. I am not doing duty towards myself. My duty towards myself is to keep the body fit, mind cheerful, intellect clear. What are the social duties I am doing, religious duties I am doing, national duties? No, but I am not in army. But at least I must remember that at least I have some kind of pride towards my country. So I do some duty towards country. Matru Devo Bhava, Pitru Devo Bhava, Rashtra Devo Bhava, Acharya Devo Bhava. So we are calling this as God. Second is Deva Runa, natural forces, water, air, trees, earth. Today people are talking about this temperature increasing and what are we doing for nature. Bhagavad Gita, it has been mentioned that we are supposed to do some duty towards all the natural forces because these are all natural forces. These are devatas for us. Ganga is not a water river flowing. Mount Kailash is not only mount, it is Kailash. Ganga, Yamuna, Saraswati are not only rivers, they are devis. So suppose we actually know this particular thing and when we go to Ganga, Yamuna, Saraswati, Sangam, we actually can feel the devis there. Because in this Sangam time between 13 January to 26 February, all these Devatas come from Swarga in this particular place to take bath and to bless. That's the reason people go there. Because these are all not elements for us. Space, water, earth, air are not elements. These are all Devatas. Rishi Runa, teachers. I am learning so many things from others. What am I giving back to them? I am studying so many things because of my life has changed. What am I giving back to them? Whether I'm sharing the news, whether I'm getting more people, whether I'm spreading the news. No, I just forward the WhatsApp. I don't know, but people don't come. I called up one person, he didn't come. So I have stopped calling people only for coming this. But Runa will remain. Our Shastra says that we are born because we have to pay Runa. Every time the accounting is perfect, tally hona chahiye. If I have taken, then I have to give it back. Every account must be closed before I get enlightened, realize moksha. All account needs to be closed. Account books needs to be closed. Relationship accounts, Manushya account, Deva account, Rishi account, Pitru account, parents, elders, ancestors. Every day we must remember them and pray. No, but my parents are not there. Then at least one photograph must be there. And I must remember them every day. And Bhutaruna, creatures, animals, birds, insects. And that's the reason many of the religions or faiths, they wear masks because unknowingly, unconsciously, from my hand, from my legs, creatures must not be killed because when we walk, when we breathe, so many virus, bacteria goes inside and get killed. So these are the 5 runas are given, and our Shastra focuses on duty, runa, not on rights, because this topic I had taken some time back. Right versus duty. Those people who say, no, it is my right, it is my right, it is my right, then these people will become miserable. Our Shastra focuses on what is my duty. What is my duty? I must understand very, very well. As a soldier, Lord Krishna told him, but as a husband, as a wife, as a daughter, as a mother, as a grandmother, not imagining that I am doing the right duty. Gurudev will say now that in spite of working in spiritual field, listening, studying, serving, still it will not add value if I do not do it correctly. So let us listen to Gurudev on this verse, on this part.
Now, abhalakamshibhi, people with no desire for a reward or result. Not with a burning desire to get a result, but desireless. And should be yajna, those who are doing yajna. Yajna in the ritual, you can say the offering, the worship, or in the world outside, whenever I am doing service to you, with no profit motive in your mind, wanting to get something out of it. Abhalakanksha. So without any desire to gain anything when you are working, that is called the spirit of love, concern. Abhalakanksha yajna. Vididrishto ya ijyate. Those who are doing the sacrifice, vididrishta, as expounded in our scriptures. Whether it's a ritual or ordinary work, without ego and egocentric desires, those who are working there. Ijjate is offered. Yashtavyam, then why should you work? If that be so, you don't want any result out of it, then why do you? Yashtavyam. You have realized, you have felt that it is a thing to be done. It is the right thing to do, and it must be done. Those who have thus decided and doing it. If you don't do it, by the omission of it, you will feel very miserable and unhappy. Yashtavyam, it should be done. Iti, thus, should be offered, ought to be offered. Iti manaha, this idea in your mind, samadha having fixed this idea in your mind, such a sacrifice that you make, sacrifice there within quotes, everything that you are doing in the world outside is a sacrifice. Every response to the world outside. Somebody sick, you go and help him. Not that when he gets up, I will get out of him money. That is a doctor's anxiety. But an individual going and serving somebody, it is the sheer joy of helping. You are not expecting anything. Not even thank you. I helped her 7 days. She would have died if I were not there. And at the end of it, she has nothing to say. Even a thank you she did. Even thank you, that's it. Then the whole service that you have done is of no value, spiritual value. Why? You have been expecting her to tell you thank you. She never gave me any gift. See? She is conjuice. She doesn't want to part with anything. She never said to you thank you. See? Or when I was then, next week I was sick and she never turned. See? That is again, I served him, her, and therefore I am expecting her to serve me, is the result. No. I am grateful to her that she went to sick. Why? That gave me a chance to serve her. See? Vivekananda is said somewhere that I am grateful to you all that you gave me a chance to serve you with Gita. Right? Because if you were not there, I would not have alone come to Krishnalaya and taken all the 18 chapters. You see? So I am grateful to you, which is not true. Well, I must tell you, because even if you are not there, I would have taken 18 chapters, because that was my program for the year, which is fixed up 1 year ago, and I will have to fulfill it. See? Those who are thus doing their invocation or responses to the world outside, pouring himself out into the world outside, yajna spirit, 3rd chapter Gita, those who are active in this attitude, not that because of prompted by any desire, such actions, such yajnas are called as sat.
Very important point what Gurudev mentioned is that two things when he shared his own experience, that why is he there in, because these talks were recorded in Krishnalaya, California, ashram, 18 chapters it took, because he knew that these are the things which are available with us very clearly on the audio video now. Because Gurudev's yajnas were shot when the audio video and the recordings were not so good that time. And then he mentioned very important point there is that because you're all there, I'm talking, then say it is not true. Because it was there in my itinerary, even if you're not there, I will talk. Same thing he was asked, that suppose in your first yajna, people wouldn't have come, 5 people came. What you would have done? He told that I would have spoken anyhow because I am listening to myself. I remember one story from, they lived with God, Ramakrishna Paramahans sadhaks who lived with him. One of the monk who was placed somewhere in the south, he had to every day travel for 2 hours and take one session on Gita and then come back. And that travel was not by car, it was by, tanga or walking. So one day when he went, 2.5 hours travel, no tanga, he walked for a long time. It was very hot, he told. And we went to the classroom, there was nobody in the classroom. He traveled for 2.5 hours walking for taking one session. He knows he has to take it for others. And then he wrote that I took that entire 1.5 hour sessions for them and went back. Not that he cancelled the session. He took that 1 hour session. Nobody in the room. He spoke. He told, my guru has told me to take this class. Whether people are there, people are not there, I will talk. He completed that 1.5 hour session. Again came next day with the same enthusiasm because the job is to be done. Action itself is joyous. So very, very important point, because whole day we act and we get so frustrated, so irritated, so many complaints. So what is Rajasic action? Rajasic action is abhisandhayatu film, action done with result in the mind for appreciation, fame, for power. Exactly opposite of Sattvic, what we discussed. Dambhartha, action done out of with arrogance and ego, that without me nothing can happen. If I disappear today from planet, so my organization cannot work, my family cannot work, something will happen, and then action is an effort. Rajasic attitude, action is an effort. Joy is only in the result. Very important point. Sattvic attitude is action itself is joyous. Important point to note. Write down those who are writing down. For Rajasic attitude is action is an effort. Joy is only in the result. Very subtle point to note. And in Tamasic, action itself is action and result. Both are different. We will see. Any kind, number, spiritual activities lose its significance when we do it for appreciation, fame, power, especially for spiritual sadhaks who are working for their own missions. For what am I doing? Is it in service to God, Guru, scriptures, or is it for my fame, appreciation, thank you, for but with my like dislikes, as I want, with insistence, resistance, because these are all impurities I can overcome when we work for Chinmay Mission or any spiritual organization. Because the worship ideal is for power, wealth and fame, then it is Rajasic. Ravana worshipped Shivji for power, wealth and bhoga, not for Chitta Shuddhi. What is Tamasic action? Vidhihinam. Any action not in accordance with scriptures, law of the land. Like suppose I am in army, I don't follow army laws, then I will be out of the army. Suppose I am working in a hospital, I don't follow hospital laws, medical laws, I will be out of it. Similarly, we have taken this birth. We can see there are laws of life, laws of the body, laws of the mind, laws of the intellect, laws of people. Suppose I am finding my relationships are not harmonious, then I am not following the laws of relationship. Suppose I am finding my body is not healthy, I am not following the body laws. Suppose I am not wealthy, then I am not following the laws of wealth. Suppose I follow the laws, it will come. Because everything is happening as per the laws. There's a lawmaker and there are laws. Everything happens precisely and perfectly in this universe. So similarly, we must follow scriptural laws. Without giving, if I am taking, it is not a scriptural law. Bhagavan in Bhagavad Gita says these people are called as thieves who take but don't give anything. No, but I do not have anything to give. At least I can give a smile. At least I can go and work somewhere and serve somebody. At least I can help somebody. At least I can give my time to somebody. I can teach somebody. Rituals done without mantrahinam, devoid of mantras, proper chanting. Dakshinam, without giving gift to pujaris. No, when we go to Gaya, when we go to temple, Kashi, when we go to Sangam, there are so many people and coming asking us for money because their life is based on that particular thing, what we give. We must give more to these pujaris than to anybody else. Shraddha Viratam, devoid of faith, any action we do, it is going to put us in trouble. So Yajna creates punya, dissociation with desires. And tapo burns the papa. So now we are going to see in the next session 3 tapas to be done. Bhagavan is going to give us three tapas, very, very important. Vang tapa, mana shuddhi, and now we have seen the ahar shuddhi, and again the chitta, the how to speak, very, very important point. And then we are also going to see mind level, what is the tapas we have to do. So very, very interesting, very, very practical chapter, very subtle chapter to understand that faith drives all these kind of things. So I must first recognize what is my faith, sattvic, rajasic, tamasic. And these are the dials given on the dashboard for us to find out what is my ahara, how do I speak, how do I act, what is my attitude. And then we will understand what is my faith. And then I will be clear about why the results what I am getting are this way. ओम पूर्णमद पूर्णमिदं पूर्णात् पूर्णमुदच्यते पूर्णस्य पूर्णमादाय पूर्णमेवावशिष्यते ओम शांति 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 हरि ओम श्री गुरुभ्यो नमः हरि ओम थैंक यू वेरी मच